I remember him telling me, he was like, really, that's the heartbeat? He's like, it sounds so fast. I wish he'd be here for all this. He wants to, but because of the circumstances and a lot of the situation, he can't be here. So that's why I send him the most I can, videos, audios, pictures, so he can feel a part of it in some way.
So 28 weeks, I'm just double check. Like this. You can do this too. There you go.
Mira, ahí le van a hacer el ultrasonido y se escucha su corazón.
Full name is Ruben Escandon Jr., and I am originally from a little community outside of El Paso called Smelter Town in La Calavera. There's very few places in this town that I go to that people don't recognize me. They recognize me from when I ran for office. Now the recognition is, hey, there's the wedding guy. Give me your marks, guys. I got Art with 4, Ruben 3, Sal 17. Okay, so there was what? Just 2? So we just split them. So there's always been a very close connection between Ciudad Juárez and El Paso. For us growing up, it was such an open border at that time. It was such accessibility to both sides that it was very easy, to cross over and come back without any problem, without any hassle. Over the last 10 years, there's been an increase in people that come from Mexico to the U.S. El Paso was inundated with people that came fleeing the drug violence that was happening, especially here in Ciudad Juárez and Chihuahua. I stopped going to Juárez for probably 6-7 years, that I hadn't stepped foot in Juárez.
Aquí estoy, ¿cómo estás? I went to Columbus Community High School, and being in a small community, you could do something right now in 2 hours, everybody knows. No privacy. I liked it because especially the population, most of it was Hispanic while I was growing up. But in the bigger cities like in Muscatine and other places, you would see a lot of not racism, but criticism. Because the American culture and the Mexican culture is really, really different. Sometimes I do feel out of place when I am with other friends because I feel like I gotta be 2 people at the same time. My dad, back then, all you needed was your passport. So he came to Chicago on an airplane. My mom, since she came later, she and my uncle, they crossed in the trunk of a car. My dad, his accent is really, really strong. But people would act like they didn't understand him. I didn't like that. So whenever my dad would ask me, how do you say this in English? I would try my best to where he would say it as close as he could to it being understandable. It got to a point to where I would write the word how it sounds in Spanish and then how you write it in actual English. Okay. ¿Quieres otro rico? Es carne.
No, y llega mi chiquilla y luego se me sienta en mis piernas y estoy comiendo y con ella aquí.
¿Desde chiquita va siempre te has seguido? Desde que bien chiquita.
Sí, me sigue mucho, por eso cuando se va también pienso mucho en ella. Yo no sé que le vaya a pasar a mi chiquilla por allá y yo aquí. No, se siente bien feo. Ahora comprendo a mis padres cuando los dejé también, yo pienso. Y uno no se acuerda de ellos, cuando está uno lejos.
¿Quieres más?
Al regresar de la pausa le estaré platicando. Oigan, lo que va de este año en Parral y la región han asesinado a más de 100 personas entre hombres y mujeres. Pausa y volvemos.
Siempre al frente, cuestión de minutos.
El chico es mi papá. Yo creo que así se va a ver mi niño cuando nazca. Mi papá era federal de caminos y mi mamá trabajaba en una pastelería y fue como se conocieron. Pues él se hacía cargo de mí, me daba pues para la escuela y todo. Yo le hablaba y siempre lo esperaba ahí en la esquina, él siempre llegaba. Ya al día siguiente fue cuando recibió la noticia, como a las 10 de la mañana. Pues a lo que salió ahí en el periódico, todo eso, fue de que él estaba en un restaurante, que habían llegado unos sujetos en una camioneta, se habían bajado y le habían disparado a donde estaba en el carro. De ahí pues yo le tuve que ayudar a mi mamá. En cuanto cumplí los 18 años, pum, no la pensé y metí mis papeles para el ejército. Duré 5 años y medio ahí, pero ya yo me fui para Estados Unidos y yo, o sea, ya no supe nada de aquí.
Until May, cuando fui a conocer a mi suegra. When we wanted to come back, that's when they told him, like, no, like, you can't come back. Like, your visa, it's been canceled since November. That's how all this started. On the way back, that's when we found out that his visa had been revoked. He didn't know about it. We were still in the car when they asked me for my passport and my ID. After that, they took him into some offices and I didn't see him anymore. So I just stayed there. And then like maybe 2.5 hours had passed and another officer came. They're like, you're free to go. And I asked for him. I was like, what about him? They're like, no, he's not going back. He's gonna go to jail. And I asked, but they wouldn't give me information. They're like, no, you need to go now. I didn't know what to do. Like, I honestly didn't know what to do. So I cried a lot. I cried a lot.
¿Sabes lo que me dijo también ella? Que a veces, depende a quién le toque tu caso. Me dice que a veces si ellos sienten que quieren, te dan. Y si no, dicen no. Right now we're just waiting for the interview for my husband. But they said it was like 6 months, but it's been like almost 2 years already. We've been waiting.
Casi igual a mí.
Yeah.
Because
tú la tienes más peor because él está allá. El mío sí está aquí.
I know. Because I mean, like, we're already going through what we're going through. And then him not being there for his son. Ay, no quiero llorar.
Ay, Jessie.
Yo pensaba que estaba juntos, pero el de la dieta lo dejó. Ah, topa. No va a querer. Para mí, regresar acá y haz de cuenta regresar sin nada es un cambio bien drástico, aunque realmente es mi pueblo, ¿sí me entiendes? Y es en donde yo he crecido y hay gente que me conoce y todo, pero me sentía un poco extraño porque, o me sentía solo, a veces me sentía solo porque estaba tan acostumbrado a ella y a la niña que, o sea, dormir solo ya se me hacía extraño.
Ahora el otro. Agarra el otro. No. Uno. El otro. El otro. My daughter sees him as a dad figure. Right now, she doesn't care so much. She's little. She doesn't understand. But as she's getting older, like she's gonna see us traveling back and forth, and that's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. And I see it in him, to where like sometimes I think he's mad, and I'll be like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Nothing." But then like at night he'll tell me what's going on. It's always like I don't know what to do. And it's hard seeing your partner go through that.
Ok, las bodas en el puente, ¿usted es ciudadano, es residente? ¿Qué es la situación de usted? Ok, mire, entonces ella va a necesitar tener su acta de nacimiento. Necesita la acta de nacimiento original y que no esté dañada, que si puede sacar una nueva, que saque una nueva, vaya al registro civil y saque una nueva. Y entonces con esa acta me presenta también la credencial del lector como identificación y luego usted va a necesitar su ID nada más. Okay. Y luego ya cuando estén casados, yo firmo la licencia, la lleva usted para la corte otra vez para archivarla, ahí le toman una foto de la licencia, se la sellan y se la entregan a usted otra vez de nuevo. Y ya está listo, ya están casados aquí en los Estados Unidos. He was from Demi, New Mexico, and she was from, I believe she was from Durango. This is a view of the top of the bridge, and that's pretty much what you see, you know, from the top. It's just a fence around it, and you see the cities on the back, you know, that's what the view is from the top. They're standing here, you see the lanes of traffic, and they're in front of the boundary marker where it says, you know, limit of the U.S. and Mexico. And that dividing line is an imaginary line, but there's an area that says, you know, that's no man's land. So that's where we do them right in the middle. There's no jurisdiction on either side, so there's no real anybody telling us that we can't do that, you know. I look at it this way, okay? Whether you're marrying at the bridge or in the prison or in a church or wherever it may be, it's the same feeling. I give them the same type of encouragement, the same type of wording, the same type of feeling because they love each other. They want to be together.
We can be together in Mexico too, pero it's not the same as it is over here. Algunas veces se siente una tensión. It's more like te tienes que cuidar.
Sí es feo ver cómo muchas personas pierden la vida o simplemente ya no vuelven a saber de ellas. Si en algún dado caso cualquier cosa va, yo ya no pueda pasar, le digo, yo de ilegal yo no me voy.
So it's this one. Especially for the one, and I haven't worn it, and I want to wear it already. This. Para cuando nos casamos allá. ¿Qué?
¿De negro y de flores?
Sí. Pues no me voy a casar en una iglesia, va a ser en un puente. Ya cuando me case bien, entonces me agarro otro vestido. Quiere que me ponga velo y todo eso allá.
Pues sí, Milis, te nos casas. Está bien. No vas a hacer parada nada, ¿eh?
¿A qué?
Pues no, pues ya
Me voy a ir por Jesenia a Chihuahua y de ahí me voy para Juárez.
Sí, ya sé, por eso te digo, pero de venida ya cuando tú estés
Pues
solo.
él se va a venir conmigo. Yo me
Por
tengo que ir porque tengo que recogerla al aeropuerto, mamá. Y yo ya no me voy a regresar para acá, me voy a ir directo para Juárez. Sí,
¿Y
ya
a qué hora llega Yesenia?
A las 7:30. Entonces de aquí con que me
Tienes
vayan
que ir como por ahí a las 4. ¿Verdad que sí?
I get a lot of haters, I guess you could call on social media. that they oftentimes criticize. Why is he marrying these people so that they can come over here and be a burden to us? And you know what? But they're doing it the right way. I mean, the purpose is to reunite that family. I mean, that's what you want to do. One of the things that made a difference in my outlook in life, I had a heart attack 8 years ago. At 45 years old, I had a heart attack. And it changed my life completely. In the sense of how I look at life. And I think this has made a bigger difference now. It has more encouraged the doing for others. My point of after the heart attack is living life and doing things that, you know, that you should be doing. Enjoying the family, enjoying life, enjoying that, you know. And I see a difference in myself as a unifier, as a and I wouldn't say a mediator, but kind of a mentor in the sense of bringing those cultures together. The sense of being able to provide a service that people really need, especially in this day and time. You know, I'm providing them an opportunity to live a normal life under the circumstances.
Ay, Beto. Siéntate.
So, nomás que a ti, como ya ves que lo tienes más largo, se te va a ver un poquito más güero, más para arriba, ¿ok?
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Como quiera vas a quedar bien.
I trust you.
¿En el mero puente?
Yeah, like el puente de Juárez.
Ajá.
Where the no está el río, like ahí en like right in the middle.
Oh, pues qué boda.
I know. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst, is how I could put it. A lot of people tell him and tell me, like, don't worry about it, like, it's gonna be a fast process for you guys, like, todo va a pasar, you guys are gonna be over there. But no son profesionales, they don't know.
Oftentimes people ask me, why do people get married at the bridge? You know, isn't that a weird place to do it? They don't realize that there's a need for immigration purposes because they don't have the ability to come here to get married or the ability to go over there and get married. It's easier to do it here than it is actually to do over there. Some people don't understand the process and they think that just because they get married on the bridge, you're going to walk across the bridge and they're residents of the U.S., and that's not the case. They have to go through a process still to have immigration do a background check. They have to, you know, submit the correct applications, the correct paperwork.
Ay, bien, ay, digo, ya está. Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. You guys ready? Yo, Jesenia, te tomo a ti, Luis,
Yo, Jesenia, te tomo a ti, Luis,
para que seas mi esposo.
para que seas mi esposo.
Legal el matrimonio,
Legal el matrimonio.
prometo amarte,
Prometo amarte,
apreciarte
apreciarte
y mantenerte
y mantener
tanto en la riqueza
tanto en la riqueza.
y en la pobreza,
I'm sorry, what?
y en la pobreza,
Y en la pobreza,
en la enfermedad,
en la enfermedad,
como en salud,
como en salud,
mientras vivamos los dos.
mientras vamos los dos.
Por la autoridad conferida en mí, es una alegría y un gran privilegio declararlos marido y mujer. Pueden sellar sus votos con un beso. Aplausos. Felicidades. I have a sense of belonging, and I have a sense of belonging to each of these couples' families, because I've become a part of their marriage. Hopefully their thought is, there's some good ones out there, you know. There's good guys out there too in America, not just the guys that deported us, the guys that, you know, held us in detention, the guys that separated our family.
My family, the one I'm getting started, that's my number one priority. I mean, like, for them, anything, my life. I'm hoping that everything's gonna be okay. I can just say that, but I do expect, I'm ready for them to tell us no. I think freedom is like a word that the US quiere usar to make us sound a lot better than what it really is. Like, no tenemos la libertad de hacer las cosas como queremos.